Welcome to the Viner video assembly instructions for the PergoTex II. The accessories carton contains the following accessories: the post plate according to the number of posts, the guttering cover caps, one left cap, one right cap with contour adhesive seal, the cover plates, wall gap sealant profiles, in addition the cover plate, wall gap sealing profile with cable outlet, the cover cap wall cap sealing profile, a pipe bend cover, connection post guttering outside to connect the two parts, the end cap cover drive and bearing side. Only the bearing side is shown here. Cover caps for the transoms, bracings for the safety shields, bracing for the safety shield, angle brackets 40x20x2 with adhesive strip for covering are included in the delivery. Depending on the size of the roof, potentially a support profile for the roof, miscellaneous sets of screws and brief instructions for assembly. The hexagon cap nuts are delivered pre-assembled and not loose as seen here. Of course, detailed instructions for assembly are also included in the delivery. We need the following tools for the installation: a folding rule, a long tape measure, an Allen key set, a long 6mm Allen key, a socket wrench set, a 15 and 40 torque key, Phillips screwdriver, silicone spray, a digital hose level. You can use a rotation laser as an alternative to the digital hose. Please refer to the instructions for assembly for any required tools and notes of the installation material, adhesives and sealing compound. First we look for the highest point of the patio. In this case we do this with a digital hose level. Here we have the highest point of the patio. This point will nullify save it and transfer it to the wall at the height of 1 meter. This is our rule mark. Now we nullify this mark rule and save it. In this case, the bottom edge of the wall gap sealing profile of 2.8 meters. We transfer this to the wall with the aid of the hose level. In this case, it will be 1.8 meters upwards of the rule mark. We now mark the bottom edge of the wall gap sealing profile. In this case, 2.8 meters. On our device, this must be 1.8 meters plus the 1 meter from the rule mark. We now have the bottom edge of the wall gap sealant profile here. Alternatively, you can do this with a folding rule or a tape measure. After we have drilled the wall gap sealing profile at the marked height, we screw it tightly into place. Next we mark the point of the post where it will cut off. We have determined that the height with the digital hose level. The length of the post is 2.12 meters in this case. We have now sawn the posts and will mount the patio posts with M8x40 self-tapping screws using a 40 torque screwdriver. The screws are self-cutting. Please lubricate the screws slightly first. We will now install the drainage outlet. First pull off the guard from the bottom of the contour adhesive seal. Stick the drainage outlet into place and bolt with an enclosed screw M5x20mm. Finally, we screw the post guttering connections into place with the enclosed M80x40mm countersunk hex head screws. We have turned the guttering to facilitate the installation and we now screw everything into place. Next we bolt the post plates with the guttering with the M8x16 screws. We mount the post to the guttering, Carry out the same procedure on the other side. Now we'll install the guttering cover plates on the side channel with the screw M5 x 8mm. Carry out the same procedure with the outer side channel. Then push the side channel sidewards into the wall gap sealing channel and secure with the M5 screws. The outer edge of the socket head cap screw M10 x 30 must be flush with the outer edge of the wall gap sealing profile. And now we will fix everything with the M5 screws. Now we will suspend the side channel in the guttering and fix the side channel with the M8 socket head cap screws included in the delivery. Once on the left, once on the right, once from the inside and once from the outside. Carry out the same procedure on the other side. Next we mount the guttering for the safety shield and bolt this with the screw M8 x 20. Carry out the same procedure on the other side. The carriage is now moved left and right completely to the arrestor. Then we insert the octagonal shaft into the side channel until it is flush with the back. Now we will install the drive with the cover end cap drive side and bolt with the enclosed torque screws. On the opposite side, we bolt the cover end cap bearing side. We now press the octagonal shaft apart until it fits closely on the covers of the end caps. Finally, we bolt the octagonal shaft. We then check the diagonal and correct it if necessary. Screw the retention profile for the safety shield into the wall gap sealing profile. It must be ensured that the wall gap sealing profile and safety shield retention profiles are in alignment. If a support profile is available, first bolt it at the back, screw it in and then bolt it at the front. Now comes the installation of the wall gap sealing profile top section. To do this, we first remove the protection film adhesive strip and then seal the wall gap sealing profile top section with the wall to be permanently elastic, as described in the brief instructions for assembly. It can be installed and sealed at the end of the assembly. We have now inserted the safety shield profile here forwards into the groove and we will bolt it with the safety shield bracing. Using these safety shield bracings, we draw the two safety shield profiles to fit into each other and fix into place. Finally, we bolt the safety shield with the side channels. We carry out the same procedure for the bolting the remaining screws connection. We now insert the protection leaf grill of the safety shield guttering and bolt with two 3.9 x 13 screws. Finally, the 40 x 20 by 2 angle bracket is adhered here at the top forwards into the safety shield guttering, and the short 40 by 20 by 2 angle profile is adhered sidewards. The PergoTex fabric is delivered as a roll. We use an installation lift to facilitate the installation. We install the fabric package from the top to the bottom, but you can do it as described in the instructions for assembly. Installing from the guttering to the wall. We will now bolt the fabric package to the carriage. Do not tighten the hexagonal cap nuts completely, only slightly. The colleague does the same thing on the other side. We continue bolting piece by piece until all transoms are bolted. We now attach the cover caps for the transoms. Ensure that the indentations are seated on the screws. We extend the awning to align the fabric. Finally, we bolt the hexagonal cup nuts. Now we will set the end position of the drive. With this awning, the end position is the top position. We retract the awning to approximately 3 centimeters before the end position. This can be seen here, and we would regulate the end position here. To do this, we press the reset button once until the drive clicks and extend the awning completely. The awning switches off at the bottom via the torque. Next we will deal with the downspout. The pipe bend and the pipe bend cover are fit into each other. The water drain outlet can be determined individually on site. In this case, we have already prepared it. We have trimmed the bottom piece of the clamp profile. This is clamped into position. We now mount the pipe bend and bring it into the correct position. These are the clamps, and we clip these into the post. The downspout must be individually adapted. The top profile is now mounted. Carry out the same procedure if there is also a downspout on the other side. Otherwise, just clip on the top profile. Next, we mount the guttering cover cap. To do this, we remove the protective film from the contour adhesive seal. It is bolted with these M5 screws. Carry out the same procedure on the other side. Finally, we mount the wall cap sealing profile GE cover plate. The cover plate can be mounted either before or after the installation of fabric package. Now we mount the wall gap sealant profile cover cap. This is bolted from above with an M5 and an M.3 washer. Carry out the same procedure on the other side. First, we connect the connectors of the LED lighting to the remote receivers, then the motor cables to the remote receivers. After we have connected the cabling, we tilt up the transformer's receiver stave into the wall cap sealing profile. Finally, we insert the beaded profile into the wall gap sealant profile. The PergoTex II is still extended. We check the diagonal once again. If the diagonal is correct, we align the posts using the spirit level and mount. Finally, we put on the cover caps. Now we insert the guttering protection leaf grill. If your PergoTex II is equipped with BiConnect, this will be programmed. If you still have questions concerning the BiConnect, I would like to refer you to the BiConnect video. Thank you for your interest. I wish you a successful installation. If you still have any questions, please contact our service hotline.